goddamn rookie mistakes. So trying a little something here because of copyright. Gonna play this video, made a video, can't play the goddamn video. So you I'm gonna do something so you just get the sound, and that's just the way it's gonna be. So hang on for a second for me.
Yo, what is up? I don't even want to do this. There you go. You see it. You know what it is. What's up, everybody? This is I'm not even gonna play the volume because I'm just gonna keep it down a little bit. I'll make this real short. So there you see it. It's the halftime show. See the title. I obnoxiously called it a halftime. No, but let me explain real quick. What's up, everybody? First of all, welcome to Last Call Reacts, Last Call channel. This is where I do a little video kind of response to any of the events that are out there for the week. And then, of course, once a week, I do a live also. Do me a favor while you're here and you stopped in to check on me, hit me with that like, hit me with that share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Now, right off the bat, I don't want feelings in this, man. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate, so I'm going to try to say what I need to say very carefully. Please don't get thrown off by the, I don't even know if it's going to go through because hopefully I'll be finished by the time this whole thing is over. It's about 13 minutes. Hopefully I could wrap up before then. So I'm from the old school. And I don't mean, who do you like, 50, Eminem, blah, 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 or Tupac, Biggie. I go back before that, all right? When hip-hop was, the golden age, Boogie Down Productions, even stuff. Check out my page, all right? Check out my shorts, where normally I do a digging in the crates and throw in a little, old school, some gems in there, stuff that you remember, some stuff you may not remember, stuff you haven't heard in a while, kind of deal that you like to groove to. I've actually had people say, "Who was that?" Some younger people when they heard me clicking through it and stuff too, and had to give them a little schooling about what was what on there too. Bottom line is that maybe not as much today, but I was a hip hop enthusiast at one point where I just couldn't get enough, of I guess what people would call real hip hop and what it used to be, what it used to mean. And saying that also, I do realize as an old school dude, things change. Obviously, you can't be all of what you want all the time. The demographic changes, the market changes, who you want to reach, the methods change on how to make music and what the meaning is. Because if you remember with the golden age of hip hop, where they say what, between 86 or so and like 90 something, 94, 95, there was a resurgence of intelligence, some black power kind of stuff, the medallions and the hats with the X on it, like the Rhythm Nation shits and the African patterns and everything like that too, and then just different times made different things, um, followed by the mafioso type stuff. And obviously those things got to play more than anything else, that you may have liked your little, what they call backpack rap and all this other sort of stuff too, where your Most Def and all that started to take a back seat to, this flashier, in my opinion, less quality type music over here. So let me just speed this up a little bit so I'm not dragging, and hopefully I get through this by the time it's the end of the video. So we're 4 minutes in. I got about 9 minutes to wrap this up. And these are just kind of my thoughts of this. So whenever you say something about Drake or Kendrick, they assume that you're a Drake fan, and I'm not. When Drake came out, some chick was trying to introduce me like to the music. I was like, I just thought it was an R&B dude. I just didn't feel like it. When Kendrick came out, he came out with Dr. Dre. That forgot what that track is. That one. And I bought that and played that over and over and over and anticipated when Kendrick came out. And I would say up to a certain point, he kind of lived up to, the hype. I like the production. I went out and got the CD right away, Mad Kid, because I just liked how it was backed, and the production. I thought it was a solid production, solid creation. So I was like, yeah, I could get behind this sort of deal. Didn't really follow up the rest of the CDs, but from what I understood, they were good. I liked a few tracks from it, all that sort of stuff. And to tell you the truth, I just wasn't buying new music the way that I used to. I wasn't looking for it, sort of deal. So just fast forward, all this beef nonsense and everything. Point is this. I think Kendrick has very big shoes to fill when it comes to hip hop and, playing on this little beef thing. Hip hop beef, from Boogie Down Productions, No Vaseline, Ice Cube, Ether, shit from DJ Quick. Like that was real hard hitting shit. This just kind of seems like what social media is now. It's kind of jabbing back and forth, nothing really significant. Uh, I hate to see this kind of stage and not a significant. First of all, props to Kendrick. I do think the Super Bowl is a big deal. Obviously, he put in a lot of work for the production here and everything as well. But I start seeing articles like it rivals Michael Jackson's performance, this and that. You can't put this shit and Michael Jackson in the same fucking, first of all, different ways to view, different mediums where people are watching on the phones, this, that, the other. Where did Michael Jackson perform? Back in the 90s when you just had a TV, you had to go to a bar or one TV per household and shit. Maybe a couple that actually got the game. So I don't even think it's fit. Those numbers don't represent really what it was. You have to shrink that down a little bit. Other than that, this is hard for me to put up with. I was going to try to do this a few days ago without watching the whole thing. I had to sit down to sort of make sure my mind was objective enough so I could be like, how is it? But I'm looking at this sort of deal, exactly what you're looking up on the screen right now. Some of it I hate to say it, man. Some of it looks a little high schoolish, man. I know there's big productions behind it. There's some choreographed moments in it and stuff. He had Samuel L. Jackson come out and do his part, which was like, bro, just come out and do a Pulp Fiction shit, dude. Like, come on, man. Over this, you got Serena comes out and see, like, that's her contribution, dude. Where the fuck does she live? You came from Europe to see walk at the Super Bowl in Louisiana? All right, nothing's wrong with looking at that right there. But my other thing, I know Kendrick is talented, this, that, the other, but how he sounds live in this, I don't know if it's his voice getting drowned and stuff. You want to see performers come out here and get now something you can compare this with, because it was just a few years ago, was the Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem show. That's how that's done. Snoop probably could have done it by himself. 50 probably could have done it by himself. M probably could have done it by himself. But you know what? They made sure that they power packed a whole scene in there. And they did that. This, unfortunately for me, Kendrick needed a lot. He needed a lot of support with that, which I guess is okay. But you can't compare this to a Michael Jackson. Who else have we had before? We had Janet go up there, do her thing. Beyonce's was even good. And there were a few others. I'm not so sure that this lives up to that. But before you beat me up, I do appreciate the effort in what he put out. Now, other criticism of this is that the halftime show was too black. Yeah, I'm not even sure those are legitimate complaints because this is what it was. I feel like in one side, and please listen to what I'm saying before you cuss me out in the comments and all this hate and shit. I want to say on one side that this is genius for tapping into a market because this is the NFL. This is bringing in a whole bunch of people that probably wouldn't have watched the game anyway. So I think this performance somewhat bridges a gap, and that may have been necessary in a strategic way to do all of this. But again, this wasn't something that I rushed to see or what was going on with it and any of the news after the fact. As a matter of fact, I had to force myself to watch this, so my mind is clear. I have something somewhat valuable to say. I'm not being as harsh as you think I am with this. I know I'm saying halftime no, but part of me also thinks Lil Wayne would have been a better fit. But then, as I'm saying, maybe part of the genius is that they're capitalizing on Kendrick Lamar's year and whatnot. I do like Kendrick. I'm just not a huge fan of him. I'm not even sure he has great stage presence when he starts putting his like that. His hand on it. What the fuck is that? Anyway, I don't want to hate on the thing too much. It's just, like in the past, I want to share my opinion when I feel like it's bubbling there a little bit. Like I need to kind of say something about it. People have been asking me, and I've been looking at little clips. I'm like, I wanted to do a little video, then I shied away from it because I didn't want to sound too negative. Please don't take this as being too negative. It's not that. I just feel like, it's not for me. Most things are not for me, and I get that. But I also understand the strategy with this as well. There's Sabrina. Sabrina looks like she lost some weight there. She looks pretty good. She looks good. It's all good. The production's good. It's top tier. But, and before I go, yeah, there was the Drake thing too, got on stage, said that. I mean, I'm not even into the beef. I don't care. But at one point, do you get off the nuts with that, dude? Like, fucking okay. So yeah, let's move on. Let's do better things. Because when I think of my rappers were to be on here doing that shit, like if a Tupac was making it live and shit up there, like it would really shit be live. Maybe there's just an underlying strategy that I didn't really get with it that was present. But yeah, all right. Maybe it wasn't for me. I could appreciate that. Maybe it was for you. You let me know. Again, I'm not dragging it. Don't be too tough on me in the comments. This is just what I think about it, man. All right. There's my 2 cents. Thank you for checking me out. Do me a favor. Like. Some of you that may have liked. Share. And please subscribe to my little station. I will be going live maybe in a day or 2. So look out for that, where we're bringing up some more subjects and stuff. Hope you come by and hang out. Thank you. Peace. Be good.
Thank you. Peace out.